You got it. All right. Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all honor, all praise, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakapadash. All right. Want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Ruel. Peace, blessing, grace, and safety goes out to all the Akim around the world, preaching His word and truth and in sincerity. All right. Hey, you got the Akim. We all linked up, fellowshipping. You know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, brothers down here in Atlanta. You know, linked up from different coasts. So we just gonna hit it, go in the spirit, condemning Babylon the Great, prophesying the downfall of this place, because that's the times that we're in, you know. Brothers, we chilling, fellowshipping, but at the end of the day, we know, hey, this place is out of here, man, you know. We know Babylon the Great is on his last leg. You got the COVID-19 thing going on, you got the lockdowns and all that, so it's just high time. So I'm gonna grab this real quick.
Open up with this real quick, Brother Rashad. This is John 13 and 34. Shah speaking, it says, "A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that they are my disciples, if ye have love one for another."
And that's beautiful, bro. Because
it's like love one to another.
That's beautiful precept, man. That's how you know you got love for the brothers, all right? The love for your brothers is the love you have for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The scriptures say, how can you love the Lord if you don't love your brothers, you know? So that's a beautiful precept the brother brought out.
Like the brothers leading into, man, basically, we the prophets coming back, man. So everything we prophesying that's about to befall these last seconds, I don't even want to say days, these last seconds. Yeah. Hey, these prophets have been prophesied even in the days of the garden, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The prophet Enoch. Enoch was a prophet, and he was prophesied in the Garden of Eden, man. You know what I'm saying? So hey, we coming back and fulfilling that lot, man.
Hey, the brother made the analogy of being the last seconds. It's like if you watch college basketball, you know, they be scrambling to try to call timeouts.
So last seconds, yeah.
In them last seconds, Esau scrambling, man. You know that his time is coming to a halt, man. I just wanted to make that quick point.
I got it right here. This is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what we're doing right now. We prophesying war. World War III is imminent. World War III is on the cusp. Okay, pestilence, the COVID-19, like the brothers bringing up. You know what I'm saying? Different other things that the Lord's going to plague not only Babylon the Great, America with, but the rest of the world with. You know what I'm saying? And other things, though. And this is what the Lord has sent His prophets out to do since the beginning, man. You know, since the beginning. And then, like the scriptures say, hey, the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So the brothers that's out here right now prophesying in these last seconds, we ain't gonna say last days, because last days started when Yahushua walked the earth. Right. You know what I'm saying? We in the last seconds according to the Lord's time. You know, so hey, what brothers are prophesying nowadays is really these last seconds, and really what brothers was prophesying thousands of years ago to this time to come.
And I got a scripture right here. It's Isaiah 55, verse 11. It says, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the things whereto I sent it." You know, so basically, you know, the Lord, you know, said that, you know, the word shall go forth out of His mouth. You know, we're the mouthpiece of the Lord. Says it's not going to return to Him void. So everything we're bringing out to the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, these prophecies, you know, hey, it's going to accomplish what it was meant to do. You know, like the brother said, World War III, all these things that we're on the cusp of, is going to come. You know, there's no doubt in our mind. You know, the Lord said, even though it shall tarry, wait for it. You know, that's all we waiting for the prophecies to hit like a domino effect. Hey, we know we in the kingdom pretty much, you know, through the Spirit.
This is Jeremiah 26:5. "To hearken to the words of my servants, the prophets, whom I sent unto you, both rising up early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened." So you people, you know, if you was in a mindset of today's world and of the past, you know that when you see the prophets come to town, that hey, it wasn't a good thing. You know, they would even ask questions like, are you coming peaceably? You know, no, we coming peaceably now. You know, we still doves, man. We harmless. You know, we get caught kidnapped. But hey, we're coming into a time where, hey, you're gonna realize that a prophet was among you because we prophesied the downfall of this place. But people still stuck in their mindset like everything's okay. Esau opened outside back up, we good. You know, we can go to the beach, but slowly but surely things is closing back up.
Yeah,
It's like, hey, Esau got you people in a trick bag. It's like he playing Simon Says with you niggas.
That's right. That's beautiful,
You know, it's like early education, right? I always say this, and brothers make this analogy that in school it's like the early training process of later on to become going to prison. You know, move at the sound of the bell, ask permission to use the bathroom. You know, getting single file lines to exit at the fire drill, man. But right now we coming into a fire drill or a bomb drill that's going to be real, man. Back in the day when I was a kid, you know, they were playing on the TV screen. This is only a test, but it's coming to the time where this is an actual event. Okay, but these people don't like the way how we come through with our message. It's offensive to them. Like if you go into a building, like everybody, let's get a single file, let's get out of here. The place about to burn. Opposed to me saying, let's get the fuck out of here so we can live. Everybody's get out. No, I'm gonna stay here. I'm offended. I don't like the way you said that. You know what I mean? So you better hearken to the words of the prophets, man. As soon as you're gonna realize that, hey, the men that the Lord sent out here are the least likely you would expect to be being the heralds or the ushering in of the return of Yahweh Shah, man.
It's like
I got one.
You got one?
Yeah, I got one. Because pretty much, you know, going back on what the brother brought out in Jeremiah 28, you know, about the prophets being here and you know, the second shutdown. The reason why all these things is happening is because this man Esau is getting ready to be put out of power, and there's a certain time that the Most High has where he's going to pull him out, and we're approaching that time. You know, so I got this real quick. This is Job chapter 14 verse 5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass."
Still rolling.
Yeah.
So I'll read it again.
Yeah.
Alright. It's Job chapter 14 verse 5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." So, you know, that's why this second shutdown is coming and things are happening, because everything is going to lead up to that time and hour where Esau is going to be pulled out of power. You know, and there's nothing that he could do to stop him. You know, just want to, you know, bring that out. Your brother got something else.
I got something real fast. The thing is, we out here, we're not telling you out of our own goddamn opinions where, you know what I'm saying, what's going to happen. We're like, oh, we think that World War III about to happen. Or we think that, hey, if you're a so-called black Latino Native American, you're going to get goddamn bowed down if you were 2/3. You know what I'm saying? We're not out here like, oh, the Lord is only worried about the elect. We out here talking about, we out here giving the words of Yahweh Shah, man. This is given straight from him, from who you even call God, Jesus Christ.
That's right, bro.
So I'm gonna bring the bread scripture out, man. The milk scripture out. This is Ezekiel 3:17. All right. And it reads, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel." And then just now said that the house of Israel is the so-called Black Latinos, Native Americans, and you Israelite foreigners, all right, who cleave unto this word that might be of another nation. You might be a so-called Japanese, so-called, you know what I'm saying, Chinese. You might be Ammonite, you know what I'm saying. These other nations that are outside of Israel. But if you cleave unto this word, the Lord has his remnant sold upon all the 18 nations that are upon the earth, because that's part of the curses, you know. Back to Ezekiel 3:17, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me." So we come out here and we say, okay, World War III is imminent. Okay, these pestilence, they're going to keep coupling. They're going to keep coming upon each other. Okay, we're going to say, hey, niggas going to keep getting smoked, getting killed by cops, being killed by diabetes, each other's, whatever. Any other thing you can think of that niggas have been killed by, that you're blaming, you know what I'm saying, any other entity or anything else on, Yahweh Shah seen that as a curse. to the 2/3, and the 1/3 remnant is gonna come back, man. You know.
I got it's Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right, and this way Yahweh Shah told the disciples that the things that they would see in the end times. And what do you see? Cut your news on. These are the things that you see now. You hear wars and rumors of wars and pestilence. We're in the midst of a worldwide pandemic.
Right.
You got to have a mask on going damn the supermarket. All right.
And real fast, brother. I ain't want to cut you off, but real fast. There's a lot of you so-called Black Latinos, Native Americans out here talking about a pandemic when you don't even know the root word or the etymology of the word pandemic, man. Pan means all, endemic means the world. Yep. So basically, this disease or whatever you want to call it is affecting the whole world.
That's right, bro.
A pandemic.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's how you know we're in these times.
Yep.
Go out, go to verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. That's why nobody likes the Israelites, because we're what? We're the party poopers, man. We're the ones that's gonna come through and tell you, hey, this shit about to be destroyed. Even though, hey, and we drink, all right, we laugh and joke, but we know that this place about to be fried, this shit about to be destroyed, you know? That's right.
And I got Wisdom of Solomon 5, and I started, I get 3 and 4, it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools account his life madness and his end to be without honor. And then when people look at us, they kind of end to be without honor. They be like, oh, these can't be the guys. People coming to count, like they don't have no kind of respect, disrespect us, but hey, we take it, man. They account us as a proverb, reproach. They against us, man. They against us, but we don't let that hold us back. We know that comes with the fight of being in this thing, and we fight it, man.
Hey, but the elite, right, they know brothers is powerful, you know what I'm saying, because we dodge a lot of shit from this world, you know what I'm saying. These devils knew a lot of the prophets would be born in the 80s or the late 70s or the late 80s, that little time bracket. That's why you had that, through the spirit, you had that cocaine crackhead, and that shit fucked all our people up. So in their mind, it's like, yo, y'all niggas supposed to be crack babies. Y'all niggas supposed to be basketball, trying to get a basketball game. Y'all niggas
rap.
Right, a lot chasing rap dreams. Y'all niggas supposed to be in a pen somewhere, but y'all on the corner cursing me the fuck out. So how the fuck y'all dodge and get around all of these booby traps that, because if you look at the hood and J Cat and all the setups and stuff, just too much, man. It's like niggas supposed to have baby mama drama, trying to hustle to take care of your kid.
How y'all niggas got the time to do this?
Y'all niggas supposed to trying to be Baptist preachers, chasing that bag. So Esau, he knows in his mind, like, how these niggas is nowhere in the world, these niggas jump all of these fucking hurdles. You know what I'm saying? And now they out there cursing me out. So these devils know the ones that's higher up there are definitely higher powers dealing with us. Because there's no way brothers escape all the fucking booby traps. Especially being Jake in America, especially Southern Kingdom. There's no way you niggas escape all this shit I put out here.
To fuck you up, yeah.
A lot of brothers don't even, like, I don't have a criminal record. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers don't even got a criminal record. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, so for the feds and Esau, even as terrorists and all this, a lot of brothers don't even have, like, criminal records. You know, or if a brother was in trouble, it'd be like so fucking long ago. Some brother shit is expunged or whatever. So Esau ain't got nothing on this. But he's mesmerized at how we jump all the hurdles and the traps of the ghetto and come out not wanting riches, not wanting success in this world, not wanting none of that. We just want you to go down. We focus on cursing you out and exposing you.
Hey, we were just speaking briefly on that, like, we're in the middle of a pandemic, but we out here, man, we survive. Yeah, how about showing shop providing ways for us to make money? And we eat. And real quick, I got you, bro. But it just remind me of a scene from Shawshank Redemption. How did he travel through 3 miles of a shit tunnel and come out clean on the other side? You know, we going through all this hell, but we planning and hoping that we come out made clean on the other side, man, which is salvation.
This is Lamentations chapter 3, verse 22. It says, "It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not." So it was through Yahweh Shema Shah. You know how brothers got through everything. Esau can't understand that divine power. You know, because like the brother said, man, you know, the elder said, you know, a lot of us, you know, was supposed to be taken over by the word. You know, because a lot of brothers grew up around, you know, gang members or selling drugs or was doing things that Esau put to prevent us from waking up, but through the mercy of Yahweh Shema Shah, you know, he already had, you know, our destiny written, that we wasn't going to be fully pulled in by the traps that Esau set up, you know.
I think the brother read this earlier. The brother just got it. I'm going to read it again, though, because the brother's saying, speaking on how we made it through these, you know, these obstacles of preaching the word. That's because we was preaching it in our past life, you know. Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right, hey, cause that's why we doing this. I thought brother brought out what's you quoted. You quoted another one too earlier. Spirit of the prophets. I'm gonna look that one up. Okay, yeah, look that one up. Because hey, that's how we got through this, man. All right, cause it was in our spirit and the will of Yahweh Shah to do this, man. Bring this word out and stay. All right, you got brothers been in this thing 5, 10. You got the elder right here been in this thing many years, man. You know. And why? That's through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, you know?
Yeah, I got another precept. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. It says, I'm going to read verse 3 and 4. It says, "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not." You know, the God of this world is Esau. But it says, "Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shah, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them."
And it was clear, Salaki, bro, it was clear that nigga from yesterday, he wasn't one that was meant to get it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it.
Yeah, because Esau, you know, him being the God of this world, his whole thing is to prevent us from waking up to who we are. And now that we walking up to who we are, his whole thing now is to try to demonize us and to make us lose faith by taking down brothers' channels, by, you know, doing all kind of shit. But, you know, the light of Yahweh Shema Shah is upon the brothers, and that's why Yahweh Shah said, he that believeth on me, I would liken him unto a rock. You know, roughly paraphrase that. And he said, when the water and all that beat, it cannot be shaken, for it was grounded. You know, Esau, he's trying to, you know, shake brothers, you know, even before we came into the truth. You know, he was trying to stop this from happening. But you know, there's nothing that he could do to stop it. Yeah, so that's
Psalms 124, and 2. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quickly when their wrath was kindled against us. So what? Yeah, a lot of brothers, he doesn't know what the Lord keeps for. So you had brothers that somebody was looking to kill you, to blow your head off. They might have got stopped by the police. Their car might have broke down. You was right around the corner, he had you. But you only know because the Lord didn't reveal that to you. So the Lord, Esau plotting and trying to do shit that the Lord kept us from. You know, my last 3 months, I've be like 2 DUIs. And not that I was like drunk or crazy, but the Lord have mercy, I was drinking. So, and one of them was yesterday. So, you know what I'm saying? So, if it had not been Salaki, if it had not been that the Lord was on our side, and then there was a place that they would slaughter us long ago. Because we can't fight this war. You know what I'm saying? We can't go against the government. The fucking bounty hunter blood. It's fucking 160 trips. I mean, it's a fucking 1,000 people, right? Or the BGF thing. Like, we can't go against them. Like, some kind of shit.
Okay, trade.
But as we like edify and curse, you know, expose them, the Lord protect us.
God,
You know what I'm saying? Because we stand boldly in the name of the Lord. But we would have been swallowed up long ago. And you check our people up, they done, man. They fucking done. Rest of the Lord have mercy and give them a spiritual birthday. They done, man. We would have been done. You know, me personally, I don't have baby mama drama. I don't have child support. I don't have, like, even shit that a lot of brothers go through. And I don't carry that burden of life. You know, that's all the mercy of the Halabashi.
Oh yeah, I had a first.
God, it's in that.
Yeah, okay. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
Yeah, man, because the spirits of the prophet are subject to the prophet. Now, we did this in our past life. The Lord put it in us to do it again. Because, man, all of us men right here feel that burn and that spirit to go out and preach the word. All right, because when you first heard this truth, you was watching brothers. You know, hey, I was watching this before I even, went out on the streets myself. You watching other brothers. You know what I'm saying? And that fire just burned inside of you. Like, man, I gotta get this out. I gotta be out there speaking, man. I gotta do this, you know? And you'll feel it and compelled in your spirit to do this, man. And then the Lord will make a way for you to get out and do it, you know? Because the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet.
And back you up on the other side of that, this is Isaiah 14 and 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? That did shake the kingdom, because Esau's back fulfilling his lot as well.
Oh, kind.
Just like the prophets.
That's right,
It
bro.
says that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners, all the kings of the nations, even all of them find glory, every one in his own house. So Esau and these other nations are back doing what they've been doing throughout their creation, man. You have the the righteous side and you have the opposition. So I just wanted to bring that out to back up that the prophets are subject to the prophets.
I got a piece. Slot, man, you got it.
Oh yeah, I just got 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8. It says, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Everybody was playing out their lives, like even to the Sean Jackson situation, NFL player. The Lord had to put the spirit on him to tweet what he tweeted, because it caused a lot of controversy, man. And ultimately that's going to wake up or raise a lot of questions like, hey, that guy must be right if everybody's trying to shut him up and come against him. So people going to put 2 and 2 together like, hey, man, this guy must be telling some truth,
Scripture speaking of when a wise man speaking, well, a rich man speaking, well, he would be considered one of those rich men. But the thing is, you have plenty of these entertainers and athletes opening their mouth for you. Because it's letting you know that the truth is, hey, man, the elect is pretty much probably sealed, man. And the truth has reached across the 4 winds of the earth.
That's beautiful that you said that, because we'll say, hey, brother, we'll tell people something and they'll ignore us, whatever. But let, like you said, Carmelo Anthony say something about the Israelites, or Deshaun Jackson say something, or somebody that's esteemed of some kind of higher thing. Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm saying? We've been telling niggas they Israelites, going into it deep, breaking down scriptures, but they don't esteem us because we so-called regular men.
Exactly, man. Fuck your celebrities, man. Because the thing is, they done sold out. They done did all type of shit. Like, you either go 1 to 2 doors and the celebrities themselves that have escaped there, like your Fat Joes and everything. They say you got one or two doors.
Yeah.
You go this homosexual route, or you go the sacrifice route. You know what I'm saying?
Fat Joe said?
Yeah.
See?
And then you either sacrifice, and Noriega said it too, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You go one or two routes, man. And who you sacrificing and doing them homosexual acts for, man? Esau, Edom, but ultimately, you know what I'm saying, when it, at the end of the day, Satan, man. You know what I'm saying? And there are other gods, man. You know, so, yeah.
It's funny you said Fat Joe because, man, his brother here was watching freestyle with his guy Mike Son, and Mike Son was just bringing out some exposing shit, right? And Fat Joe just had that look on his face like, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're gonna have them. You're gonna have. I'm not gonna make it a doctrine, but you're gonna have. You got people within these sports, entertainment. They know they Israelites.
Yeah.
Are they gonna open their mouth, or they gonna denounce, or give back what Esau is giving them? But you're gonna have some that probably really believe, man.
Yeah. Come out there, and not to say no names, we got brothers that been in the NFL, NBA, like all the other shit that came into the fold of you, how about sitting outside and doing the work, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and that's how the Lord, you know what I'm saying, shows his power. You know?
Psalms 94:16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, and who will stand for me against the workers of iniquity?
Who's gonna do it? You know, we doing it. You know, these brothers you see here, man. I mean, there's no way you got these entertainers and athletes coming from all these different cities across from the south to the Midwest to the east.
Ain't no way in hell they ain't hearing
Ain't no way. You got camps out here, bro. Like, come on, man. These entertainers, man, they like Kendrick Lamar's, man. He out there in Hollywood, and he mentioned, "Don't call me black no more, call me Israelite." He was on the goddamn Grammys and shit, man. Bringing that out. Don't call me black no more, I'm an Israelite. So these Israelite entertainers, athletes, these Edomites, these other nations, they know who we are, man. They know that the prophets out here.
I got one for you. This Mark chapter 6:4. But Yahweh Shai said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, but in his own country, and among his own kin, and in his own house. All right, so that's why when other so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American men see us preaching, dress how we dress, brothers ain't going to camp in a suit. You know, brothers got on their regular clothes, throw a garment over it. So they see us, you might hear a so-called curse, you might see us spit. All right, goddamn, tell somebody shut the fuck up or something. They don't believe that we are bringing out the truth. But all right, a prophet is not without honor in his own country.
It just reminds you, have I become your enemy? Because I tell you the truth.
Oh yeah.
And they want a lot of these ops. You know, they want our blood, man.
That's right.
They want us dead.
Yeah, kind of.
It's like they did our forefathers of old.
That's right.
And then like the Howard Shah said, hey man, the blood, you know what I'm saying, the prophets are going to be fired this generation, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You killed Abel and Zechariah, you know what I'm saying, between the altar, man. So you know what I'm saying, y'all, the ones that are 2/3, you know what I'm saying, we always talk about 2/3. When you break down 2/3, it's talking about, you know what I'm saying, basically, you know, the degenerates of our nation, man. All right? And then break it down, that's 2/3 of our actual nation that's not going to come back to the law, statutes, commandments that's going to have to die on this side. You know what I'm saying? And then come through the loins of the 1/3 remnant, start with the 144,000 under Yahweh Shai and King David.
That's mercy, man. That's mercy.
Yeah,
like
that's
we
mercy.
pushing to get over on that first go round. You know, so the Lord is going to destroy 2/3, but He's still going to have mercy because He's going to bring them back in their right mind.
And that's the spirit you say that, man, because the Lord see that, man. The Lord see us trying to fight to be the first fruit, because brothers could easily be like, fuck it, I'm an Israelite, I'm gonna come back in the kingdom anyway, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take the deal on that, like, I'm an Israelite, I'm gonna come back in the kingdom anyway, so I don't
understand the whole concept of everything that's going on, man.
But brothers fighting to be in that first fruits, man, so that's a beautiful thing.
And the Lord gave you a fighting chance to continue in it. How do you continue on with that fighting chance? By getting into this word and getting out there and making your body a living sacrifice. Everybody's not going to be a prophet, man. You can hold the camera, you can hold posts, watch brothers' backs, make signs, make comments, whatever, man. Do something. Get your jersey dirty. You had that motherfucker in the neighborhood that was sorry as shit in sports. But when everybody come back from playing, you roll around with the dirty. like he actually did something.
Yeah. Or had the football.
Yeah.
That was the man. That was the one that had the football.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, he had the football.
Use the ball.
Yeah,
Got
the
him
ball.
play.
He did. You know what I'm saying? Or something, you know. And yeah, get you. Like the brother said, that was a beautiful analogy. Get your jersey ready.
You gotta put in some
you
work
can.
for the Lord.
Yeah.
I be telling people that, man. You gotta put in some
Do
work.
whatever you can.
You gotta put in some
Yeah.
work for the Lord, man.
I got one for you.
You pray to the Lord, and like people in the world try to pray to whatever. And you gotta do something for the Lord, man. You gotta put in some time. And people in the world don't put in no time for the Lord.
It's an action word.
They think, oh no, you got it.
I was just gonna say, this word, being a prophet or a man of the Lord or being a man, period, is an action word. You can't live up to those titles or names unless you put the action toward it.
That's right. And people don't understand real fast when you get that. People don't really understand the gravity and all the levels of basically what we're in, because not everybody's gonna be an apostle, a teacher, a prophet. The thing is, and we all fight for that same penny at the end of the day. So, brothers, you see right here.
We all fight. The Lord ain't gonna say, "Well, you get this."
Right, yeah. You get your heart's desire.
Your heart's desire.
At the end of the
joint
day,
heirs with Yahweh Shah.
By being a pinky on
Whatever
the body.
you do,
Yup.
right.
You ain't got
A nail.
A nail on the body.
And
yup.
then you look at brothers like us. Brothers been doing the work. We actually put in the grunt work, the groundwork, like to get the same penny that another. And nobody's like, we ain't jealous of them, but like brothers that just come in and like, oh, I believe in your house shop, and get that same penny. And then we done been fighting the elements, getting doing these sit downs week in and week out, going battling the elements, battling friends, family, knowing that we in the truth. You know what comes with being in the truth, and then everybody that's around you. It's like you're public enemy number one, man. Especially when you start out.
Right. And it's beautiful you said that. Like, just think about it. You can get your precept, bro. The malefactor on the left side of the cross, man. He got saved at the bitter end. You're gonna have a abundance of people coming in at the end, gonna be saved based upon their faith. And you still won't get the same reward as a man out here laboring.
That's right. Same reward.
And to go back on what y'all was saying earlier, you got to do some type of, like, that you're an Israelite now, you got to put in some kind of work, like what brother's saying. Not every man is a prophet or a teacher, but you got to do something contributing to the body. That's why Yahweh Shah said, if you give a prophet a cup of water, you shall receive a prophet's reward. Yeah. Meaning, if you help out the body, you're gonna get a reward of helping the body.
And then look how the prophet started out real fast before you get that. Look how the prophet started out, and then I always bring up Jeremiah, because he said there was a fire in his bones that he couldn't even withstand, like to withheld, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what all us brothers feel. Like, we heard this truth, and then we was like, okay, we got to get out to teach, and I want to get out to teach. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord had to where all those brothers out here, we teaching all the, start with the elders, the apostles, the great millstone on down, we teaching. You know what I'm saying? And we had that fire to where it's not easy to just sit down and be like, you know what? I'm about to study this Bible. Okay, I got 24 hours in a day. I'm trying to hold down the job. I got a woman. I got kids or whatever. But you know what? I'm going to make time out of my day, and I'm going to study this Bible, and I'm going to cleave onto it, and I'm going to get it. And I'm going to go out here and teach it. And I'm going to keep doing that regimen until we get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, not the average person can do that.
Let me bring this up.
Yep.
All right, this is 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 10 and 11. I'm going to read both. It says, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you shall never fall. For so an entrance shall be ministered unto you abundantly unto the everlasting kingdom of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
That's right. And then, real fast, when we got into this truth, what we most of the brothers cleave to the concept of the elect. I don't even want to say concept, but there's the elect in the Bible that the Lord always talks about, the remnant. Like, you got to give your calling of election. Sure, like, oh, I might be of the elect. I got this word, Lord. Okay, and I see all these people right here, and I'm trying to teach my people, my family, my friends, and they're not getting it. You, Lord willing, you're probably showing me that I'm probably of that elect, so I got to do this work after that. It ain't easy just to say, okay, I get this work, and then sit, and then put that candle under that bushel. You know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, well, I know the truth, all right, but then when all hell breaks the fan, or all hell hits the fan, or shit his family, what? Okay, I'm gonna use the name of Yahweh Shah, then I'm gonna bring the knowledge up. You know what I'm saying? No, you gotta teach your people, man. You know?
And the script speaks on that about it's gonna be some that's gonna call on the name of the Lord, but they're not gonna receive that salvation. It's gonna be like he gonna forsake them, like I do not know you. Or you got dudes that know this truth, but they gonna wait till like you got dudes that even teach this thing, you know, whether it be other council case may be. You know, they don't truly believe. They come out and teach every weekend or when they get out there, but they truly don't believe. But when things start really popping off, that's when their faith going to increase. You know, you got some dudes that they have to be like that, you know, they'll point in time, but you got some dudes going to wait to the very last minute to go hard, but hey, it's too late for that, man. You know?
You brought out your preach?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. About how brothers want to preach, basically. Jeremiah 20:9. Then I said I would not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. But his word was in my heart as a burning fire, shut up in my bones. And I was wearied with forbearing, and I could not stay. So this word, like the brother said, you put that time in, that effort in to learn his word, remember this word, remember the precepts, and you want to bring it out. You know, it burning your spirit and your body to bring this word out, man. That's why when you first come into truth, you start getting on your immediate family. People that's around you, co-workers. You screaming on them. So that's that fire in you. You're like, man, I gotta take this to the streets. This shit, it might fuck up your personal life. Like, I'm gonna start getting on granny. Let me go out on the streets.
Boy, I mean, pull all my
It's not who you want, it's who the Lord wants.
Right.
Because, you know, I wanted all my niggas to come
Hell
to
yeah.
the truth.
Hell yeah.
I just like, all of us skated into the sunset.
Yep.
But the Lord, you know, all the people I know, I met through Yahweh Shah. All of them. Like, I know this brother. I know all the brothers, even brothers I got deeper relationships with. It's all through Yahweh Shah. So, and the brothers are beautiful brothers. So, Yahweh Shah, he like cleaned up. You know, when you become that new man, everybody changed. Your whole circle changed. The first thing I noticed when niggas left me, and the truth, and I stopped smoking weed. Niggas, they said,
I didn't realize the relationship they only was there because we shared that.
You try to still chill with them at first, they still. Oh, my bad. And you get sober, chilling with them, and that demon just said like, yo, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So now the Lord, he give you a new family.
Right.
But guess what? Brothers from everywhere. You know what I mean? It's not brother. It's not. See, all your old family is local niggas.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because wickedness is just, you know, wickedness is just so common that fucking we all niggas, we all homies. You know, we all in the game. Fucking. You know what I'm saying? But when you deal with quality, you see a quality brother, you might gotta get on an airplane. You might have catch a train, take a 4-hour drive, a 2-hour drive, because what you're dealing with quality.
That's right.
You're dealing with brothers, you know, like we linked up. It's based off of dealing with a sincere brother that have a mind like yourself. And that means so much to you. It brings so much out in you that you'll travel the earth for that. You go to fucking Kenya, motherfucking Djibouti. See a motherfucking brother that's like you.